Well, g'day everyone and welcome back to the channel. Alright, summer's finally here. We're starting to get some decent warm weather. It's been another slow start to summer down here in Australia. It's been cool, it's been rainy, which is generally the way if it's not going to be a super hot summer. It may still get hot in the end of summer, but while we're in that sort of rainy weather, then we generally have that cooler start. So slow the garden down a fair bit, but let's go have a look and see what it's up to. I need to do a bit of mowing, a bit of weeding. So let's start with the long bed as we normally do. Okay, still got some shard that's in, slowly giving this to the chickens and they absolutely love it when I take some out. The same for a lot of the weeds. I don't weed heavily. I feed the weeds to the chickens because the area outdoors hasn't got a lot of greenery in it. Then when I weed, I take it out to the chickens, so I just weed a little bit as we go along. So we've got some tomato in here, we've got a zucchini very close to it, and also the replacement of my jalapenos. Scattered through, we've got some okra. It's not really doing much of anything due to this cooler weather. Along the back there we've got some cucumbers which haven't really done fantastic. I've got like 2 cucumbers off them, and we've also got some green beans. As you can see, there's a lot of cabbage moth flying around, and I'll show you what I'm doing to deter them from annoying stuff too much. As we come down, scatter through, we've got a few more of the Roma tomatoes, and they have finally got some fruit going on them. Very, very late start, you know, we're in the start of January, so it's a very, very late start for fruit on these. Scatter through, we've got some shallots that have gone to seed. Really need to think about clearing those out. We've got one leftover cauliflower in here, so that's been getting hit hard by the cabbage moth, but I'm fine with that. I'll take this one out, use the cabbage, clean those shallots out, and I'm going to turn this section into corn. I've got my hands on some Silver Queen, which I really want to give a go to. Down here we've got a couple more of the tomatoes, and then we get to this patch of oregano which desperately needs a trim, but at the moment it's bringing in bees. Not so sure if you can see, there's a little one buzz around down there, so I'm always happy for something that brings bees into the garden. Down this end of the bed we've got some mortgage lifted tomatoes. They're doing absolutely awesome. Got some more okra tucked in. There's one there, another one in there, another one down in there. Yeah, these guys are doing awesome. They haven't started putting any fruit on yet, but they're growing fantastically. Down here a bit more okra. This one snapped off, but it's still coming up. Comfrey, that's come back doing fantastically. My sugar cane still alive, but not really growing too well, so we'll see what happens with that. That was a bit of an experiment anyway. A bit more shard, some chives, more beans along the back there. We've also got the rhubarb plant sitting here. That's doing better this year than last year. Takes a bit of time for rhubarb to form up to a decent crown and come along. Here we've got the Temulawaka turmeric that's coming up. The Madras turmeric hasn't come up yet, but here's hoping. And the ginger's just started coming up. So yeah, as I said, that cooler start of the summer's really set things back. My paprika bed needs a little bit more weeding, but there's seedling paprikas coming up that are self-sown. My little Chinese or Reiki onion, that's doing well. Over there we got the Chinese artichoke, that's getting a little bit of insect pressure, but doing great. Out here we have the white sweet potato, which hasn't been white, it's been a white flesh purple. So, but that looked like it wasn't coming back, and then it's come back strong. I got another one just to see whether the one I got was mislabeled, and that's actually got a white skin with white flesh, so we shall see. Over here we've got a pepper bed that has some new jalapenos in it. These are the same age as those other ones in the main bed, and they've come along a lot better. So obviously better soil in here than the main bed. We've also got some Hungarian wax peppers. Now these ones are the ones you get noble sweet paprika out of, so that's why I'm growing these ones. Purple Congo potatoes, that lot there is heading towards harvest. This lot I didn't harvest and it's reshoots, so I just decided to leave that one alone. Some zucchinis in this little planter, and as you can see, it's putting on zucchinis fabulously. Picked one, had it for dinner last night. My Egyptian walking onion is doing tremendously. There's a heap of new plants coming up from some bulbs that I planted, and yeah, pick this one for onion all the time, so really happy with that. As a year-round onion plant, does fantastically. Mixed potatoes in various stages. Some are just growing, some are close to harvest, and so I've generally got potatoes cycling all year round. Really happy with them. Over here we've got the Queensland blue pumpkins, and they come out onto the grass. As of yet, haven't got any fruit developing, so we keep hoping for those. Another one of my purple potatoes, they're close to harvest. In here we've got button or patty pan squash. They're doing magnificently, you know, harvesting lots of squash off those. Last up on the potatoes, we've got the crimson potatoes out here. They're all starting to die back. Looks like they're getting ready for harvest time. So if Astrid comes over this weekend, I may well harvest these. Back to the center we come, underneath the tree because it likes the dappled sunlight, shade. We've got the coffee plants. This Arabica one is doing awesome. Yeah, look at those green glossy leaves on it. It's just absolutely going wild this year. This little smaller Katani, which is a dwarf coffee, yeah, it's still recovering from where it got broken. But yeah, it's starting to put some really good growth out. Coming back through the center. Now recently I saw up at the hardware store where I generally buy plants, some sweet potato. This one's saying it's a purple, and it's purple skin, yellow flesh. And this one is a purple flesh. So I saw those, and they don't often have them up there. So I grabbed those rather than going to a specialty store for them and give them a try. This one here is one of the ones I tried to develop in a jar last year and didn't really work. And then it started to shoot at the start of this year. So I put it in the ground and thought, let's go with it. But yeah, that's the jar one. They don't really work too well. As I said, this one's taken 2 years to get to a plant. We've got the Ocker or New Zealand yam. They're in their small little tubs. I might put some more soil back on top of these. But yeah, they're doing really well. Through here, more sweet potato. Love my sweet potato. These I think are a Northern Star. Over here we've got the Molochais, which are purple. Central bed here. Now out front of it we've got the Hawaiian sweet potato. These are a white skin, white with purple flesh. So they're a really pretty sweet potato, and absolutely enjoy these ones. And then on the side of the central bed we've got the taro plants. Gave them a bit more sunlight this year. They seem to be responding well to it. Most of them are the ones planted last year. This one here is a new one, which is a golden taro. Thought I'd give it a go. The central bed itself, I've got some watermelon that's coming along. Some more here. These marigold are pretty, but these things have taken over this bed, so I need to go through, pick some more of that out. They help with the getting rid of pests, but they're also very invasive. So I need to clear some more of them out and give the actual plants a chance to go. We've got some extra cucumbers coming up the climbing frame on the back. We've got some things like chives in there. There's some potato onions tucked in there. So yeah, a few different things in there. And again, one Swiss chard left. We've got this little bed here, and we've got the yacon growing alongside of it. Because of the late start, they really suffered. Didn't think some of them would come back. You can see here some of them have really struggled to get back. But yeah, they're kicking in. These take a lot of water, so it's important to keep the water up to them. Still have some kale in there, which is chicken food for me. It's also shelter for the little butternut pumpkins that are growing in there. There's a couple of Swiss chard left in there and a couple of leeks that I've left go to seed. There's one of our little butternuts. Now the good thing about leaving the kale in here is, yep, they attract the cabbage moth. They also have a bunch of aphids going on them. Now I don't mind having them as a sacrificial plant, because when the aphids are attacking these, they're leaving the fresh growth of the plants that I want alone. Also gives a chance for the predators to build up that are going to eat the aphids. So I prefer to use a sacrificial plant than a spray. And the thing is, the chickens will absolutely love eating the aphids. So I'll pull one of these out and we'll go feed the chickens. There's the girls are eagerly waiting to treat. As you can see, they are awfully grateful to get those greens. As I said, the yard in here, not a lot of greens in it, because they take care of any green that comes up. We also have another special treat who are hiding in here out of the sun with their adopted mama. Frilly has 6 babies with her. I hatched them out in the incubator. They came out on New Year's Day. And there we go. Some new life in the yard. Okay, thank you very much everyone for watching, and bye for now.